Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Julia, I am a tarot coach and this is your weekly dose of mindful tarot coaching. 3 questions, 6 cards, several interpretations. As always, I invite you to listen carefully, pick up what resonates and translate it to your own life so that you can create your very own meaning. Alright, after the usual intro and disclaimer, let's get started with a very quick review of the previous week. Well, you may remember that recently topics like victimhood, ending cycles and the like have been popping up. This was the case the previous week as well. And speaking for myself, I can say yes, the reading for the previous week was very fitting. I had to realize that a cycle is coming to an end. It was very painful. And for me, it was very challenging as well to take the advice of the Strength card, which was about approaching things and people with empathy, patience, compassion and the like. Well, in some cases I would like to punch into the face of some people. So for me at the moment it is very challenging to be kind and patient and. In case you are going through a similar process, welcome to the club and hold on. All right, now let's move to the next week and see what is expecting us. Well, before I start, I would like to make a quick announcement, and that is that I have decided to take the advice of the Fool, which is the card of the month, and innovate something. If you follow the channel, you may know that the Fool is the card of this month. If you haven't watched that video yet, I highly recommend doing so because he has some very interesting hints for this month, and he brings a lot of fresh energy and he invites us to innovate and to go new ways. That's why I have decided to use in the coming weeks only upright cards. You may know that I like reading reversed cards because I think that they are a very interesting enrichment. However, I know from the feedbacks that many of you have difficulties with reading them and with understanding them. So this is why I have decided to go on different ways now and see what happens if we only take upright cards. I am sure that the tarot deck can tell and deliver us the messages that we have to hear also if we only use normal cards. So let's see what happens, and I am very curious about your feedback, so feel free to comment regarding this below. All right, this was the announcement, and now we can finally start with the point and taking a look at the next week. Well, the next week is going to be about feeling restricted, feeling stuck, and mastery again. Well, the main significator of the week is the Hanged Man, completed by a 5 of Wands. The Hanged Man is all about meditation, non-action, and sacrificing action and maybe even sometimes ideas in order to make the space for something else to emerge. So chances are that the next week we are going to be restricted in some way, or we are going to be maybe forced to hit that pause button. So it can be that we are going to be sick, or we are going to be forced by anything else, by something else, to non-act for a while, to practice the non-action so that we can see things in a different perspective and in a different light. It can also be that this is going to be our very own decision. No matter what is the case, this is a very, very fruitful phase. It's a very fruitful position. We can see this by taking a look at this light? It refers to the fact that in case we take some break and try to look at things from a different perspective, it can lead us to enlightenment. It can lead us to new solutions and answers that normally otherwise we wouldn't have considered. So I think that even if we don't like this card in some cases, it can be a very promising one for the week. Well, now let's take a look at the complementary card, which is the Five of Wands. And this is a very interesting complementary card because it's a kind of a contradictory, but I will give you some possible interpretations, and again, you pick what resonates. So the first thing that comes into my mind is that this position, this forced or chosen break may cause internal conflicts in us. This is no wonder because we live in a world that celebrates action and being busy, and therefore we don't like being forced to do nothing. So chances are that we are going to have difficulties with this pose, right? This is one thing. Another possible interpretation is that this Hanged Man is going to give us the possibility and the opportunity to take a look at a conflict situation, to take a different look at it and to see it in a different light. You may note that the Five of Wands is often about either a conflict or a kind of a playful competition as well. And together, taking together this card, it can be that we are going to have the opportunity to take a look at this again from a different angle and have a different understanding out of it. Again, pick up what you feel is right for you. Now let's take a look at the next column, which is all about risks and opportunities. And what I see here tells me that this kind of feeling restricted, what we have seen here, it can be that this is going to be the case because we have here the Devil paired with the Five of Cups, another five, interesting. So the Devil is also about feeling restricted. It is about being in a cage, feeling imprisoned, having the feeling that we are controlled by an external force, which is very much in sync with the Hanged Man. So if I put these two cards together, I would say I have a very strong feeling that we may feel like a victim of external forces. And this is obviously not really nice because no one likes being the victim. So yeah, again, chances are that we feel like we are in a vicious cycle. We cannot break out of a certain situation. We are controlled by someone else, Lucifer, as you can see here, and this is not nice. Given that we have here the Five of Cups as a complementary card, it can be that we are trapped in a situation, we are trapped in pain, because the Five of Cups is about pain, mourning, loss, feeling sad about something and the like. So chances are that we are going to be stuck in a situation like this. It can be also self-pity, by the way. So chances are that, again, we are kind of stuck in something like this. And yeah, we feel like we cannot really move on, and this is not really nice. Now, let's take a look at the last column, which is all about the advice. And what I see here makes me a lot of hope, because we have here two very, very different cards. We have here the Magician paired with the Eight of Wands. And the Magician is a very, very different card what we have seen so far, because he is the master of his life. So unlike the Hanged Man and the Devil, he is a very active creator of his own life. He is the master of his own life because he has understood that he is not exposed to external forces, that he is not the victim, but he is the creator, he is the master. And I'm going to repeat this several times because this is a very, very interesting and very important message. So again, the magician invites us to understand that we are not the victims, but we are the creators, and everything that is going on in our lives is actually the result of our own attitudes and our own actions. This is a very inconvenient truth, but this is the truth, and this is what the magician tells us this time. So this is actually a very, very positive card because again, he is a very potent creator. And paired by the Eight of Wands, this message is just being confirmed because the Eight of Wands is also about a lot of action, a lot of energy and movement. The Eight of Wands is about a situation when things are happening just like this, one thing after another, and when our task is to go with this flow and to take whatever life throws at us and to accept the flow of this raw energy and make the most and best out of it. So if I put these two cards together, I would say you are the master. Understand and recognize this, move your ass, get out of the victim role, and make sure that you channel the energy, right? You channel the raw flow of energy in a way that serves and helps you. So pull your ass together, organize yourself, organize your things and your tasks, and again, go with this flow, right? Because things are going to happen anyways, and good things and bad things are going to happen. And again, your job is to take whatever comes and to make the best out of it in a creative way. I love this. All right, now let's take a look at the whole constellation and very quickly sum this up. So, again, the next week we are going to feel restricted in some way. We have two cards that refer to this, right? And it can be that we are going to feel like the victim. We are going to feel that, yeah, we are exposed to external forces and we cannot do anything about this. This is bullshit. It can be that we are going to feel like a loser, feeling a lot of self-pity for us, and we are going to go through accordingly to some internal conflict. And the key here is going to be to understand that this is bullshit and we are the creator of our own lives. So the best thing is to understand that what happened has happened, you cannot change it, and you can break those cycles by moving your ass, by understanding that what is going on in your life is the result of your own actions, so accordingly you can change it. So again, go with the flow, take your life into your own hands and take whatever comes. So organize yourself, be prepared for a very, very quick movement of energy, and make sure you make the most and best out of it. I would like to very quickly refer here to the fact that we have here leaves, right? And here we already have flowers. So in case you are ready to see things in a different light and then take action and take your life into your own hands, this is going to be very, very fruitful. And this is how you can become the master of your own life. I think this is a really nice ending word, so I will stick with that. Thanks a lot for showing up. And last but not least, I would like to refer to Valentine's Day, which is approaching. And in case you would like to give someone or to yourself something meaningful this year instead of more plastic shit, then you are going to have the opportunity to do so. Check the details below regarding this. Thanks a lot for showing up. Looking forward to seeing you next week again. Till then, take care of yourselves. Ciao!